I'm really in that to those devotees who unmute today, glorious Manani Mataji, Amol Panchpande, Prathmesh Prabhu, Madhvi Gopi Mataji, Uttam Bhakta Prabhu and Vallabhi Mataji, Ravi Pipilia Prabhu. I didn't see Rohit Mishra Prabhu unmute today. He did yesterday. Madhav Charan Prabhu and Ananya Bhakti Devi Dasi and Karunamai Mataji and Shyam Sundar Prabhu. I really would like to see all of you once in a while, at least for a couple of rounds to unmute to get your kind association. Uh, I have a great hope that I see some of the parents that they have the young children. Why can't they just tell them to join at least for one round? They may be chanting. I'm not saying that they are not chanting. So at least they should join under their name. So I will create really like those devotees, daughters that I really like Saloni, Sumita Radha and Devendra Krishna's Prabhu daughter join every day. Ivy, Gautam, Iswar, Krishna Prabhu and Yamuna Sundari Mataji. I had a great hope for the Nadia Kumar daughter. Uh, uh, I forgot her name. But anyway, I had the great hope because she was a very determined person, but I think she's in her teenage. I don't know. But I see so many devotees like Paramanand Hari Prabhu is there, Braj Vinod Prabhu is there, Kamal Priya Mataji is there. So many they have a children. Why can't they just request them? It would be so nice. I will bring them beautiful dress when I visit them. Like this year I bought beautiful dress for Shaloni and Ivy because they are so nice. They are at least trying, and it get my heart melted to see the dedications. And Saloni just passed and she got the internship and she just donated Sunday feast. This what it keep them. I believe in the successive plan. I want to create some youth that really, and only way they can become a good leader if their sadhana is good. If sadhana is not good, no matter how many good quality we have, it's useless. So I'm really bow down to Saloni and Ivy for the dedications. And I hope that those parents, I name them, they may bring their daughters, Shyam Sundar Prabhu, Hari Katha Mataji. It's really early for them because they are in California. But someday, at least once in a while, on Saturday, once in a while, they can bring them. So with those, also I deeply appreciate Yeshwar Krishna Prabhu and Yamuna. They are traveling in India, but I told them to join whenever they can. Patit Pravan Prabhu, Amol and Smita Panchpandel, Satchidanand Krishna Prabhu, Sitala Priya Devidasi, Girivaridhari Prabhu, Raghav Chaitanya Prabhu, Manani Mataji, Rohit Mishra Prabhu, Saraswati Devi Dasi didn't join because they are going to India today. Haribol, wish them a happy journey. Manmathanand Prabhu, Sundari Radha Mataji, Tapti Ghosh Mataji, Janki Khan Prabhu, Labanga Latika Mataji, Prathmesh Prabhu, Shriya Devidasi, Sumitra Radha Mataji, Devendra Krishna Prabhu, Divyansan Saloni, Swedi Prabhu, Paramanand Hari Prabhu, join late. Nandan Priya Mataji, I have sent him what the penalty is to join late. Nadia Kumar Prabhu, Rag Bhakti Devidasi, Kamini Priya Mataji, Sankarsan Prabhu and Manjari, Pandurang Devdas Prabhu, Damodarati Mataji. Their son always, sometimes he joined, wonderful son, Haribo. Uttam Bhakta Prabhu, Vallabhi Mataji, yeah, they have that also. Gopinath, they should encourage him under his cell phone number. So I can see it, he has joined. Rajendra Prabhu, Haribo, they have children. Pratham Pranath Gopal Prabhu, Haribo, Radhika Prem Devidasi, they have two beautiful sons. Vraj Vinod Prabhu, Kushi is there, Anand Vinodini. Madhvi Gopi Mataji has also, Radha is wonderful, but I think she is grown up little. Namanand Prabhu, Prime Vinodini Mataji, they have grown up, but Pratishtha may join. She is younger. Tulsi Priya Devidasi, Kamal Priya Mataji has son and daughter, beautiful. Hari Bol, Abhay Joshi Prabhu, Madhav Charan Prabhu, Ananya Bhakti Devidasi, Amal Nam Prabhu, he has some wonderful children. Karunamai Mataji, Barsana Rani Mataji didn't join today. Vijay Keshav Prabhu, you know the Madhav Prabhu, most of them have joined. Beautiful son. Kirti Prabhu didn't join, but replaced by Mahiti Mataji, his wife. Radha Vallabh Prabhu, today somehow or Radha Charan Prabhu didn't join. Advait Prabhu, Rasakida Prabhu, Anand Radhika Mataji, Lalit and Josna Vara, Ravi Pipilya Prabhu, Kamlesh Dingra Mataji, Aradhana Devi Dasi and Sugandh Raj didn't join today. Maybe I have missed them, forgive me. Manoj Kapoor Prabhu, welcome back Prabhuji. Nice to see you. You know, you come back and you join right at 5:30, 5:29. Haribol. I really pleased with he's a jam in Houston, you know. Balram Prabhu, Away, Charan Prabhu, Sukriti Devidasi, Rajesh and Sweta, Shyam Sundar Prabhu, Harikatha Mataji. They have a wonderful daughter and she chants so beautifully. One time I played on the Zoom call. Pitambar Priya Prabhu. Today Hemangini Mataji didn't join. And also Nisan Sarva Mata, Nisan Sarva Prabhu didn't join. Sumit Prabhu is missing. I have sent him a message. Suchitra Mataji joined from Boise, Haribol. Purvi Parmar Mataji didn't join today. Amit Prabhu joined with his wife Prem Priya Padma Mataji. Sarmishta Sahi Mataji joined. Then Kanta Mataji joined. And yeah, those are the devotees joined. If I have missed your name, please forgive me. And let's hear the wonderful song. Also, we have to glorify the two personalities today, the disciplines day of the
Vaishnava Thakura Dayara Sagara Edase Koruna Kori Ohe Vaishnava Thakura Dayara Sagara Edase Koruna Kori Ohe Vaishnava Thakura Dayara Sagara Edase Koruna Kori Ohe Vaishnava Thakura Dayara Sagara Edase Koruna Kori Diya Pada Chaya Shraddha He Amay Diya Pada Chaya Shraddha Chaya Shraddha He Amay Diya Pada Chaya Shraddha He Amay Tomar Charan Dhari Tomar Charan Dhari Ar Tomar Charan Dhari Tomar Charan Dhari Chaya Vegadami Chaya Dasha Sadhi Chaya Guna Nehodase 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 Chaya Sata Sangha Deha He Amare Chaya বসেছি সঙ্গে রয়াসে বসেছি সঙ্গে রয়াসে আর বসেছি সঙ্গে রয়াসে বসেছি সঙ্গে রয়াসে একাকি আমার নাহি পায় বল হরি নাম সংকীর্তনে 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 তুমি কৃপা করি শ্রদ্ধা বিন্দু দিয়া তুমি কৃপা করে শ্রদ্ধা বিন্দু দিয়া তুমি কৃপা করি শ্রদ্ধা বিন্দু দিয়া তুমি কৃপা করে শ্রদ্ধা বিন্দু দিয়া দেহ কৃষ্ণ নাম ধনে দেহ কৃষ্ণ নাম ধনে আর দেহ কৃষ্ণ নাম ধনে দেহ কৃষ্ণ নাম ধনে কৃষ্ণ সে তোমার কৃষ্ণ দিতে পার তোমার শক্তি আছে কৃষ্ণ সে তোমার কৃষ্ণ দিতে পার তোমার শক্তি আছে কৃষ্ণ সে তোমার কৃষ্ণ দিতে পার তোমার শক্তি আছে কৃষ্ণ সে তোমার কৃষ্ণ দিতে পার তোমার শক্তি আছে আমি তো কাঙাল কৃষ্ণ কৃষ্ণ বলি 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 ধাই তব পাছে পাছে ধাই তব পাছে পাছে আর ধাই তব পাছে পাছে ধাই তব পাছে পাছে ওহে বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর দয়ার সাগর এ দাসে করুণা করি ওহে বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর দয়ার সাগর এ দাসে করুণা করি জয় বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর জয় বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর জয় বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর জয় বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর জয় বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর জয় বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর
Thank you very much, Raghav Chaitanya Prabhu.
Pop quiz. What do Disney, Microsoft, and Trader Joe's all
Hari Bol. Thank you very much. Today is the disappearance day of Swarup Damodar, close associates of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and also Sivananda Sen. So due to the time restraint, we will quickly glance on the life of Sivananda Sen today. He was a Vaidya by caste, and in his past incarnation, he was Vira Duti. His Sripad was located at Kumarhatta at Halisahara. Sivanand had three sons named Chaitanya Das, Ramdas, and Paramanandas, who is known later as Kavi Karnapur, who wrote Bhakti Ratnakar book. Sivanand was one of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's intimate associates As directed by the Lord, he escorted the Gaudiya devotees to Nilachal every year, providing them with food and lodging along the way. During one pilgrimage to Nilachal, a dog joined their party, and Sivananda took personal care of him, even paying extra fare to allow the dog to cross the river along with them. One night, Sivananda was detained for some time and arrived at the camp late in the evening, only to find that the dog had not been given prasad. And despite a thorough search, the dog was nowhere to be found. Thus, Sivananda did not accept any food that night. When their party arrived in Nilachal, they found the dog in the presence of the Lord. The dog was eating some coconut given by the Lord and was chanting, Krishna, Krishna. And we know that that dog was delivered. Sivananda offered his humble obeisances at the feet of the dog and apologized to neglect him. On another occasion, Sivananda was detained and thus accommodations for the party had not been made. It was quite late at night and Lord Nityananda appeared to be restless and hungry. Thus Nityananda Prabhu said, quote, I'm so hungry, yet still there is no sign of Sivananda. Therefore I curse his three sons to die. Unquote. Hearing this, Sivananda's wife began to cry. And when Sivananda returned and his wife informed him what had happened, he consoled her, saying, quote, why are you crying? Let my three sons die, if it is the desire of Lord Nityananda. Unquote. So Sivananda then went before Lord Nityananda, who kicked him. Shivananda, however, was extremely happy and said, quote, Lord, at last I know that you have accepted this wretched soul as your servant. Unquote. Vasudev Dutt was an extraordinarily generous man. Thus, he never saved any money. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked him, Sivanand sent to be his accountant. You should become an accountant for Vasudev and take charge of his expenses. Once Lord Chaitanya appeared within the body of Nakul Brahmachari at Ambika. Upon hearing this, Sivanand went to Ambika, but instead of meeting Nakul, he remained hidden. Hoping to taste the authenticity of Nikul Brahmachari, Sivananda thought, quote, if that Brahmachari call me by name and speak out my Ishta mantra, then I will be convinced that the omniscient Lord Gauranga has truly entered his body. It happened as Sivananda desired. The Brahmachari called him and spoke out his Ishta mantra. Once Lord Chaitanya, without manifesting himself physically, partook of food presented by Narsimanand in the house of Shivanand. Not having personally seen the Lord, Sivanand was uncertain of this incident. However, the next year, when visiting the Lord in Puri, Lord Chaitanya mentioned the time which he had come to accept prasad at Shivanand's house, thus clearing up Shivanand's doubts. Before writing his book, Kavi Karnapur, the third son, youngest one, collected considerable information about Lord Chaitanya's life from his father, Sivanand. The following are the reference to Sivanand given in Chaitanya Charitamrita. I'm going to read very fast. The numbers, at least the verse number. 120:52a, a close devotee of Lord Gauranga. 110:52-53, responsible caretaker of the Gaudiya devotees in the pilgrimage to Nilachal. This is all a reference to Sivananda. 21129, 216, 18 to 9, 25, 26, 32, 160, 310, 11, 215, 98, directed by Lord Chaitanya to guide all Gaudiya devotees to Nilachal. 21130, 31, 12 to 28 paid equal attention to a stray dog along the journey. To 1594 through 97, directed by Lord Chaitanya to take charge of the Vasudev Dutt's accounts. To 1603, Lord Chaitanya visits Sivanand house on his way from Nilachal to Gouda. 3 to 21 through 31, taste of Nakul Brahmachari. 3 to 41, 42, 3 to 44 to 77, Lord Chaitanya partaking of food in the subtle form. 36, 178 to 180, later from Govardhan Das to Sivanand after the former son, Raghunath Das, renounced home. 36 to 42 to 44, at Nilachal, Raghunath Das was informed about his father's letter. 36 to 45 to 253, on return from Nilachal, the messenger of the Govardhan is informed about Raghunath Das' conditions. 36, 255 to 258, Govardhan sent money through messenger to Sivanand after learning about his son Sivanand's advice to the messenger. 36, 139 to 148, Sivanand's eldest son Chaitanya Das meet Lord Chaitanya. The Lord invites Chaitanya Das and the later also invites the Lord. 312, 17, 31, receive grace showered by Lord Nityananda on the pretext of chastisement. 312, 43 to 48, Lord Chaitanya meets the three sons of Sivananda, mystery associated with the name of the Puridas, the youngest son. 312, 52, Lord Chaitanya directs Govinda to pass on the remnants of the Lord's food to the wife and sons of Sivananda as long as they stay at Nilachal. 312, 101, 102, arrival of Jagdananda at Sivanand's house and preparation of herbal oil. 316, 60 through 70, grace showered by Lord Chaitanya on Puridas. So Sivanand Sena utilizes entire property and wealth in the service of Hari, Guru, and Vaishnavas. All his family members, including his friends, servants, and three sons, Sri Chaitanya Das, Sri Ram Das, and Sri Kavi Karnapur. Even his nephew, Sri Vallabh Sena, were great devotees of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sri Shivanand lived in Kumarhat, which is known as Halisahara. The deity Gaura Gopal, which was worshipped by Sivananda Sen, is now at Kunchrapada, 1.5 miles away from Halisahara. In Ganesh Ginodopiki, where all the incarnation has been listed, Kavi Karnapur writes that Sivanand Sena was the associate of Sri Radharani in Dwapar Yuga and was known as Vira. Every year, Sivanand took full responsibility from bringing the Gaudiya devotees to Puri on feet. Once the devotees started the journey on an auspicious day, and on their way came to the house of Advaita Acharya at Santipur. Wonderful place. After spending one day there, still there are so many mango trees. Wow, it's full of mango trees around it and beautifully maintained. After spending one day there performing Sankirtan, they went to the house of Sri Sachi Devi in Navdip, along with Advaita Acharya, his wife, and his son. Mother Sachi was living in distress due to the separation from her son, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. She offered her respect to the devotees, and after serving Sri Advaita Acharya and Sita Devi, she began to weep in remembrance of Sri Gauranga. That's the motherly affections. After consoling her, the devotees continued on their journey. Though Mahaprabhu had advised Sri Nityanand Prabhu to preach and spread love of God, Nityanand set off with the devotees to meet Mahaprabhu. So amongst the devotees with Nityanand Prabhu were Sri Acharya Ratna, Pundrik Vidyanidhi. We just know that yesterday we Read about him also day before, I think. Srivas Pandit and his wife and brothers, Vasudev Ghosh, Govinda Ghosh, Madhava Ghosh, Murari Gupta, Sri Raghava Pandit, Narhari from Sikhan, Gunaraj Khan, and many others. Sivanand's wife and three sons also accompanied the party. Many of the devotees brought along their wives, who eagerly collected many varieties of food for the pleasure of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sivanand took charge of paying the fares and food of the devotees. Wherever they spend a night, they engage in Sankirtan. One year, Sri Sivanand, along with his first son, Sri Chaitanya Das, came to Puri. When Mahaprabhu asked Sivanand why he named the boy as such, Sivanand replied that he had been inspired from within. One day, by his father's instruction, Chaitanya Das invited Mahaprabhu to their house for prasad. Mahaprabhu accepted the invitation, and when he came to their house, Sivanand and his wife showed him great respect and offered him various types of food. Being very pleased, the Lord says, quote, "Today Chaitanya Das invited me," unquote. Chaitanya Das then placed various items such as curd, lemon, ginger, fry, salt, etc. in front of Mahaprabhu, who happily said, quote, "This boy knows my mind. Therefore, I am very satisfied with his service," unquote. With those words, Mahaprabhu began eating with great pleasure, and after finishing, he gave the food left on his plate to Chaitanya Das. After spending 4 months in the Lord Association, the devotees from Bengal were preparing to leave when Mahaprabhu told Sivananda that he should name his next son Puridas. So Sivanand became very happy and with the blessings of Mahaprabhu returned to Gauda. After a few months, a son was born and the astrologer gave him the name Paramananda. The next year, Sivanand and the devotees visited Puri. As usual, Sivanand arranged for their boarding and food, and the devotees eventually arrived in the presence of the Lord. Along with the devotees, Sivanand happily participated in singing and dancing before the Rath. Aap see, Jagannath Yatra is coming up. Auspicious moment to witness the festival and take part. One day, Sivanand and his wife came to Mahaprabhu, and little Chow, newly born, fell down at the lotus feet of Mahaprabhu and fixed his eyes on the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. A bit amused, Mahaprabhu gently placed his toe in front of that little boy. And you know what happened? The boy, he began to suck the toe with great pleasure. Keep that picture in your mind, how the Lord is so merciful. The devotees present were filled with joy and began chanting the holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And that child later became the poet, Kavi Karnapur Goswami, who has written a wonderful book, Bhakti Ratnakar. If you have the time, I think I tried one time to read the book, but it was so heavy for me. So I didn't spend that much time, but maybe Krishna may make me qualified to read that book one day. So with those thoughts on this also, we don't have the time, but we beg at the lotus feet of the Swarup Damodar, who was the close associate. Anybody wants to communicate with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they have to go through the Swarup Damodar. And Raghunath Das Goswami was the right-hand man to Swarup Damodar. And that's why Raghunath, it says always, Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami, after each chapter, that I pay my humble obeisances at the desk of Rupa Goswami and Raghunath Das Goswami, who relate a lot of the information about the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's time. So We pray at the divine lotus feet of Swarup Damodar and the Sivananda Sen to bestow their kind mercy upon all of us so we can get tinge of the love of Krishna in our heart and become attached to chant their holy name. With those thoughts, always remain habitual and totally fearless. And whoever you come across, give them a kind word that their life can also become successful and fearless. With those thoughts, I would like to offer my humble obeisances at the dusk of these wonderful Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis who take austerity to join and support all of us from Houston, from India, from New Jersey, Boston, Virginia, Boise, St. Louis, Alachua, Montreal, College Station, San Jose, Tempe, Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona, Detroit, and Brampton, Ontario. Vanchakalpatarubhasya kripa sindhuvaya Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Thank you very much. Have a very blessed day. It's so nice to be absorbed in chanting the holy name more on this auspicious